Good morning, students. Today we'll discuss about SEZ objectives and advantages. It is you may get for 5 marks every year. They are asking you what is SEZ. Sometimes they may ask you objectives, or sometimes they are asking the advantages of a SEZ. So now let us discuss about a SEZ. SEZ means Special Economic Zone. The core objective of SEZ is balanced and backward area development. That means the backward areas are identified by the government and announcing those areas as a SEZ zones, and they are able to give tax concessions and special incentives so that they are able to attract the industrialist and develop the backward areas. The special economic zone concept is introduced with a view to attract foreign investments and adapt latest technologies. That means the main concept is to attract the investments from domestic as well as the foreign, so that they can adapt latest technology and they can start the industries in a SEZ zones and develop the backward areas. And this SEZ is regulated by Ministry of Commerce and Industry. And now we will see the objectives of SEZ. SEZ, the first objective is generation of additional economic activity. SEZ is able to generate a additional economy in that region. That means here let us see with one example. If we see high-tech city before 20 years before, that means it was a remote area and a hilly area, and it was a backward area which has been identified by government. At the time Chandrababu Naidu was a CM, he identified a high-tech city as a SEZ zone and given tax concession and special incentives, so that many of the industrialists attracted to that special offers given by the government, and they are able to start the industries in the backward area, that is in a high-tech city, so that they are able to generate more additional economy from that region. The second one is before starting looking after the second objective, we will discuss about the promotion of investments from domestic and foreign sources. So when any backward area announced as a SEZ zone by the government, that means it is giving a special offers to the industrialist, that the tax concession and special incentives are given, so that these domestic and foreign investors are showing interest to start their industries in a special economic zone. The second one is promotion of exports of goods and services. When it is announced as a SEZ, backward area announced as a SEZ, so some special offers are given by the government. So many industries come up with many industries. The industrialists come up with many industries, and they start manufacturing more goods, so that instead of importing the goods from other countries, we are able to export more goods and services to the other country. This is about a promotion of export of goods and services. That means SEZ is able to generate additional economy as well as able to export goods and services to the other countries instead of importing, and also it leads to the attracting the domestic and foreign investment, and it also helps in creation of employment opportunities. That means when more industries are coming into the special economic zone, then they require human resources. The industrialists require human resources or a human power, so that they are able to create employment generation. So SEZ is helping us to create more employment opportunities. The fifth one is development of infrastructure facility. So when when backward area is announced as SEZ and when industries are coming up, Then the development of infrastructure facilities are also developed well. That means when we see 20 years back, high-tech city was a remote area, but now when we see this area is now well developed area with all infrastructure facilities, like you have a like road transport or a metro transport or a metro railway or electricity or water facilities. These all facilities which are helpful for the industries, all infrastructure facilities are available in that backward area. The sixth objective is the exim policy 2000. The exim policy is telling that whoever are starting their industries in SEZ, when they require any raw material or if they want to import the goods from the other countries, that goods which are importing from other countries, these are duty free. That means when when the industries are under SEZ zone, if they require any raw material to produce any goods, they can get the raw material from other countries and it will be a duty free. This is one of the objective of a SEZ. Next, we will just see the the advantages of SEZ. The objectives and advantages are similar. First, we will look after the first advantage, that is employment generation. That means here SEZ is able to create the employment, and it is able to create employment opportunities that leads to the economic development of the country. The second point, they are telling about the economic development. When the backward areas are announced as SEZ zones, some tax concession and special incentives are given by the government, so that many of the foreign as well as domestic investors show interest to start their industries in that backward areas, so that it is developed economically. Next one, the third advantage is growth of labor incentive manufacturing industries. That means SEZ leads to the growth of labor intensive manufacturing industry, where more interest is given on labor intensives as well as a manufacturing of a industry. The next advantage is balanced regional development. The core objective of SEZ is to develop the backward areas. That means they want to develop all the regions equally. That is balanced regional development. That means they want to develop the areas, they want to develop economically and create employment generation, and also with a complete infrastructure facilities, so that all the regions will be developed equally. The next advantage is capacity building. By SEZ, they are able to build the stronger capacity buildings, where all the infrastructure facility is available for the industrialists in the economic SEZ zone. The last one is export performance. In SEZ, they are able to improve the export performance. Instead of importing the goods from the other countries, SEZ leads to the exporting of goods and services to the other countries, as many of the industries come forward to start their industries in a SEZ zone and able to manufacture more goods. That is how the SEZ zones are able to improve the export performance. Thank you.